Alrighty, guys, welcome to tonight's live stream. We've got St Kilda v Gold Coast. For the first time, we are watching the Saints play in 2026. It might be an unofficial practice match, but it doesn't take anything away from the fact that it's still St Kilda and I'm excited. Now, before the stream started, I did something with my OBS and I can't get these docs on my screen working, so I can hardly read the chat. It's going to be very difficult to read right now. I don't know why it's doing that. But as long as you guys can hear me and everything's all good, then that's a good sign. Move this up a little bit. I might actually move the camera. How's that? Yeah, like my whole OBS is just completely different to what it should be. So a few things are in the wrong spot. I'll just change that, I guess, for now. But I can't read the chat because of this little control panel that I don't want on my screen. Can I get rid of that? Yes. There you go. There we go. All right, no crash out. There won't be any crash out tonight because remember, it's pre-season. So for any time... So people are going to ask, oh, I'm picking Singapore 18 just because I need to have a tip for the sake of the graphic, but I don't really care that much about the result. It'll be the only time probably you'll see me say that or hear me say that because it's the least relevant result-wise game that we're going to have. And Gold Coast are a good side. Gold Coast will be tipped by many to make top four, and they haven't got many of their stars out. I know they haven't got... Rao's got that injury, the finger injury. I know they haven't got Ben King... No Collins and a couple others, but realistically, they've got most of their players in. I think they've got Petrarca, they've got Hugh Hagan, so they've got their new recruits. We've also got our 4 new recruits as well, so thankfully we'll be able to get to see them in action. Hopefully we get some link-up work from a few of them, and the chemistry is there a little bit, because that'd be great to see. What happened to Rao? He's done his finger by I don't know how he did it, but he did it during the Origin game. I think he's going to be fit for opening round, but obviously they're not going to play him in this one. Anderson's playing. I didn't know if Anderson was actually going to play because he played on Saturday night, but it looks like he's made it the journey, so he's available. He's put his hand up. 119 Gold Coast, 69 St Kilda. I'm going to guarantee you that's not going to happen. Some of these practice match shirts are ugly as shit. Well, they're not shirts. They're the training kits. And I don't know if we're wearing our training kit because I don't know what we're going to roll out in. But if we roll out in our training kit, it'll be the best looking training kit of any side. Just about. Some can actually pull it off quite well when I'm playing in them. Like, I really should probably buy it. Rao's rule out for opening round. Well, there's that confirmation. Bit of a blow. Obviously, the reigning Brownlow medalist. I feel like there's something missing that I normally have on the screen. Is it the... Oh, it's this little... Yeah, this little overlay. We'll put it up there because I guess because it's a St Kilda game, it might garnish a little bit more. Might mean a little bit more because it is a St Kilda game and I'm rarely on live Saints games. I've only ever done... one other practice game stream watching my team because I'm normally at them. They normally do have them just in Melbourne, RSCA. I think the last 3 years have all been at RSCA. I don't think I went... The last one probably was the Carlton game in 2021. That was quite a fun game to watch because that's when we came off that semi-final game against Richmond. A lot of optimism heading into 2021. And we completely messed up that year. Especially that first half of the year in 2021 was extremely disappointing. Everything went wrong. But that game against Carlton was pretty exciting. So something like that would be good. Score predictions. I don't have a score prediction, but if I'll give you a score prediction, let's make it aligned to my my tip. And it's been so far a pretty high scoring preseason. I don't think the Bulldogs Sydney game was as high scoring, but watch that game. It was McDonald and Curnow that completely took control, kicking 8 goals between them. I'm going to say 106 to... That might be a little bit outlandish, but I'm going 106 to 88. And the Saints win. But if it's the other way around, I'm not really going to be so concerned. I don't want to see us get pummeled, though, and like, just be really uncompetitive and look like we're really unfit. I want to, look like we're actually ready straight from the first quarter. That's what I want to see. Malcolm Roses was impressive too. I didn't watch much of that game because it was on in the background whilst I was running errands and other stuff. That's mainly why I didn't actually stream it. But if I streamed it, I would have given you a little bit more. But I did watch bits and pieces, and Kerno looked very good. But yeah, people are praising Roses. Any other standouts in that game for anyone that watched it? Is it on KO? It is on KO, yes. As all of these games are going to be, as every single game of the AFL season is. Not like I'm plugging KO, but I'm just saying if you want to watch all the games this year live and free with hopefully decent enough quality, you can't expect it to be 100% fine. Give it its KO, then KO is where you go. I think it's $30 at the moment for one screen, $50 for two. Which opening rounds are you going to? I'm going to Collingwood, St Kilda, and that is it. And that is it. Who is your favourite player? Well, it'll be Naz at the moment. It was him for the last couple of years, even before he started to really take the competition by storm. But I'm going still for him at the moment, which I thought KO was 40. It's 30. I looked it up yesterday. KO prices. I mean, it was 50. It was 40 for two screens, but it's gone up to 45 actually. It's not 50, but I thought it was 50. There's a price hike every single year, it seems. It really does seem like it's just going to go up and up and up and up and up. $45, yeah. That's for the two screens. For one screen, it's just 30, but I'm not here to bloody promote KO though. Fuck that. Who do you think will win the grand final? Probably Brisbane from the looks of it yesterday. Even though they lost, I still think Brisbane, to be honest. I say from the looks of it yesterday, they didn't feel like they were really anything out of fourth gear, to be honest, for most of that game. Fifth gear, it was second gear, I'd say more so. Greetings, Cardman. G'day, J Tomo. By 2030, it'd be $100. It can't get to that stage. Who knows how inflation's going to look, what it's going to look like in 5 years' time, but $100. Shit, $100. The thing is, if that's the only option at that stage, you still probably pay for it. I still probably would pay for it. I'd be one of those people that just get sucked in, or I make him just give it to me for free. KO hasn't been as glitchy this season though, so they may have fixed a few things with their service. You gained a lot of subs last year. Do you have a sub goal for? Oh, I gained an all right amount of subs. A lot of the subs I gained actually in a period of time was through fishy avenues. They weren't of any of my control, but they weren't. I don't think they were real fucking subscribers, to be honest. So that was a bit of a low period. But I wouldn't mind getting 70k. I think if we track onto that the progression of the last few years, I think it looks like linearly we can get there. But I'll have to do a bit more than what I'm doing at the moment to get there. I'm glad we have Lockett and Harvey playing, so to combat for Swallow and Sexton. What? So David Swallow, obviously we know he retired last year. We had that fairy tale finish. He's probably playing. He's in the squad. I don't know if there's actually going to be enough of a need for him to actually play, because they've got like a massive squad, right, both sides. But if he does end up playing, him and Sexton, that's going to be very weird. That's going to be very weird, but it'll be quite funny actually. I'll show you guys if this is going to actually work. It does work. I had a bit of a problem before the stream started with OBS, but it's all seeming to be fine. Look at this shit. David Swallow number 54, Alex Sexton number 52. Matt, how many plays have they actually got listed here? They got 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you can have a read if you guys want to. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 8, 9. I'm going to say like 35. And I think for these games, you can have as many as you want. It's unlimited rotations. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We have like maybe 20, 26, 27. So really the only notable absentees for the Saints are Hill, Sinclair, they played Origin. Clark, still not fully fit. King's still not fully fit. Paddy Dow, Butler, Howard, Henry, Hasty. But really, Mason Wood's kind of a player that normally would be in the side. So we're fielding like both sides are fielding their close to fully strength side. So that's good. That's good for the sake of quality game. How's it going, Sarah? Good. It'll be even better if we can get a good performance, even if it's not a win. I have no subs. Well, you got to do a bit more than to get those subs. I say it's not that hard to gain subs. When you start, it is, but you find the right niche and you find the right, bit of content you enjoy putting out that does well, and there you go. Clark is named for the VFL practice match. That's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. When's the VFL practice match? I'm not like you and other fans that are like that on top of VFL games and especially practice games. We're playing Port Melbourne at RSEA. I wonder if you can go there. Yeah, you actually can. Open to the public. I won't go to that game though, but I'm having a look right now actually at the squad for that. So you got Collard, Travalia, Hunter Clark, Howard. So that confirms that the players that I thought might have been injured are just not selected. I actually do wonder why he's not playing. If you lose, I dare to scream chalky milk in the city. It's not that difficult to do. It just makes me look like a bit of a dickhead. But I do it late at night in front of no one, then it's fine. Plans to continue the fan voted. Oh, it was a huge success last year. I have aims of making it even better, so I'll definitely do it again. The whatever I want to call. I think it's the Cardi medal. That's what it's called. I wouldn't call it the fan voted Brownlow. G'day, Bodie. I think we could beat Gold Coast. Go the Cats. Yeah, you could beat them. It's a pretty even game heading into that one, but I think Gold Coast at home are going to be hard to topple. So I'd probably right now be leaning towards the Suns if I had to make that call. We haven't seen the Suns yet in 2026, so this is our chance. 2 minutes to go. That reminds me actually. I should have done this before the stream, but I might be able to do it now actually. Because it's hard post-game to get match footage straight away, I can record the game as it's going on. So that's what I'm going to do right now. As a Suns fan, I'm worried about Geelong without Rao. Well, you get good insight the next couple of games of who could be that player that will step up and fill that void. Could be like Alex Davies. I'm not too sure though. Who is that next in line in the midfield? Matt Rowell is out. Yes, we were discussing that. What is your favourite Saints jumper, Vic Guernsey? All-time favourite. At the moment I like the candy stripe. That's lovely to just to look at, and I have it. I own it. It's a very good away Guernsey. It just works very well. What's the time? 7:44. Got 1 more minute. If you guys want match commentary in the background, we'll try it again. But if it ends up being a Telstra ad, then it's going to end up being a Telstra. I don't know what more I can say. Did you see the Dan Harbley called the song? That was who called it, because I was wondering who that voice was. I didn't know it was him though. Again, I only watched like most of the game that I was watching. I didn't even have commentary, so. Nice old Kobe AFL reference. All right, let's chuck it on. I don't really want to put headphones on for this, to be honest, but it's the only way really I'm going to be able to hear the game, because the speaker on my monitor is not existent. Australia is like one Earth by itself. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What are you doing knowing... Mate, people were saying that for the stream I did, was it yesterday? Obviously, I've got to have a lot more care, particularly for St Kilda, my own team. I want to watch... there are a lot of things I want to have a keen eye on, obviously with our 4 new players we picked up over the trade period. I just want to see how they work together and get involved in the system. So you can go get fucked, mate. I mean, I'm watching it and I'm going to watch it no matter what you want to say. Trying to get a bit of a stir up there. Do you have a goal songs or not? Not goal songs, but I have like I do have just the club songs because maybe for pre-season we'll just have the club songs, which are still goal songs in a way, but not like they were last year. But I will have a... Oh, look at that. That's a sight to behold. You got Philippou, Naz, TDK, and Flanders. That's the future of St Kilda right there. Will I get tickets to Ante? I don't really care if I go or not, unless I have a really good video idea by then. But it'd be too late if I had the good idea when the tickets are already long gone. All right, we're underway here at People's First Stadium. Looking forward to this one. I really should be looking at what's going on apart as opposed. Oh, look at this. Naz gets underway, takes 2 bounces, almost hits the target. Flanders against his former team. He's gone. No, he's not. There's Ewland. Looks like a Gold Coast home game to me. Barely anyone there. Mate, there could be more St Kilda fans there. I heard like there are a lot of Queensland Saints fans that obviously want to watch St Kilda play but don't get as much of an opportunity to, and they haven't as of recently because of the lack of Queensland games that the Saints have been playing. I don't think we had one this year, and I don't think we had one last year. So let's see. Oh shit, it's not working. I don't think it's going to work if it's live, actually. I think it's going to work if it's delayed, but I don't think I'll be able to record the highlights live, which is going to be a bit frustrating, but I'll just do it after the game, I guess. Fuck that. I haven't made my tipping comp. I got some possibly exciting news revolving around the tipping comp. It might be the newest change I've ever made to it, but I'm not sure yet because I'm actually in talks with someone. But it's good to know that you're keen when it's going to be ready, because it's not too far away now. It's going to need to be ready for in like 10 days. Not a good kick there. Saints midfield isn't really that good compared to Brisbane's, maybe, but it's getting better. Or drop. There's Jamara. He's wearing number 9. He's not doing much. He's just standing there. I hope Max King kicks. He's not playing tonight. You can't put a bet on match sim games either. So that just, even if it's a joke, it doesn't really hit the same. Max Hall's another player. Somewhat forget about heading into this year, but he had a huge 2025. So just sort of came out of nowhere. No one was really knowing what he had to offer heading into the year. Now he's one of our best players. Ewland again. Rioli, good work. No, I didn't expect Carlton to win. That's so far upset of the preseason for sure. Good work. But it'll be a free kick. I think that's front on there against Taru. Can you guys hear the match commentary? Why can't you hear the match commentary? Have I got the sound off? Oh, yeah. I do. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the Telstra ad? No? I'd love to see the Saints get flogged. Well, I don't really think it matters that much anyways. I mean, I'll be pretty pissed off if we get flogged. So for that sake, yeah, okay. But if you just don't like the Saints, I don't really care. Yeah, there is a fair crowd. It's just on the other side of the wing. Like, not on the broadcast side, so it looks like there's 0 people there. There's not much of an atmosphere either, but when's there ever going to be an atmosphere at this ground for bloody pre-season? Ned Flanders? Why do they call him Ned Flanders? Or is that just a play on words there? But I don't think he actually meant that. Fuck yeah, Woody. Good to see you in the chat. Excited for this one, even though it isn't real footy. It's still footy. Get a good read on how our new recruits are going to go, how they're going to link up. There's TDK, wins it to Philippou. Philippou handballs it to Higgins. I think that was that Higgins? I don't even know why he was in that spot. We go backwards to go forwards. Windy, and it was... Why are we fucking kicking them all out in the full? We're not playing on a wide ground. Well, we're not even playing on a narrow ground, so I don't know why we are doing this. So still no score yet. Inside 50. Not going to be a mark there. I don't know half of these Gold Coast players in the 40s. The number range in the 40s. I'm not too familiar with these Gold Coast players. Let's have a look at number 39, Lachlan Gulbin. Sorry, mate, but I've never heard of you. St Kilda Gold Coast match team, of course, not going to be a sellout. I never said, oh yeah, I'm expecting this to be 20k sellout, but I thought there'd be some fans sitting on broadcast side, but they've decided, no, let's just not have that, so it looks shitter on TV for some reason. You don't need tickets to match sim games, you're right. There's Jack Carroll, former Blue. Good kick. There's DeConing. He started pretty lively. He goes inside 50. Any high flyers? That's holding. Naz is in the forward line. He might get to it, to be honest. Miller just quick kick. Be a mark. Is that Burns? Yep. Burns goes to no one. And why did Witts not mark that? Boxall. That was a weird kick. Good work, Boxall. Good work. Boxall gets it. Marshall! He's playing the role in the forward line more this year, and he's taken the first mark inside 50, I think. If it counts that other one from Burns. It feels like I'm watching a COVID game at Metricon. Yeah, it does feel like that a little bit, but not when you see TDK in the 21 and Naz and half the team. I mean, most of the team weren't even in the team during COVID, to be honest. Not in 2020. And he slotted it, so Saints are on the board in 2026, if you call it that. Probably not. Why has that got the Carlton goal? Unless my OBS completely fucked the graphic there and I have to do it again. Because it should have been St Kilda's goal. When the Saints were marching in. You guys should be able to hear that, but that's really freaking loud. It's just because OBS didn't save it. Fuck you, OBS. Fuck you, OBS. Can someone just put fuck you, OBS in the chat? Because now I've got to like, now I got to fix this when I had it all fixed before the stream. It's just going to not be that straight. I'm not going to spend all quarter looking at the fine pixel details here. I just want to, yeah, that'll do. That's loud. Yeah, well, it wasn't meant to be that loud. It's just because it reset. There we go. DeConing wins the free kick. Goes inside 50. What is that camera angle? Absolute garbage. High freaking footy. Owens flies. Good stuff, Max Hall. I'd love to see us put on a pretty big score here. If we can get like 100 points on the board against a quality side like the Suns away from home, it's a good signs. Because I can't remember the last time we've scored 100 points in any preseason game, actually. It might have been the game we watched on stream in 2021. Was it? Geordie, Woody, does anyone remember the... I know it's a stupidly unnecessary thing to care about, but when was the last time we did score 100 in a practice match? I'm not counting that North Melbourne intra game that doesn't count, where Wood kicked like 6. And there's Silvani, number 3. We're going to see a bunch of those frees this year. And that's good. There's Stocker. Wilson. Everyone's getting a piece of the pie. That's a good pass there. Hall in the middle of the ground. What's he going to do? He decides to play on. And can he find a target? Oh, well, there's 3 on 2, really. Sharman goes to Ryan. Oh, it's so odd seeing all these new players. I know it's like, well, we know that they're in the team now, but it's like a 31... When was the last time a 31 was dangerous for St Kilda? Here we go. Sun should be... Chamara Ugelhagen from 40. And he hits up a player in Lombard. This is the future of the Gold Coast as well. Exciting. And there's Blaze in the chat. And there's... We got 100 against Essendon a couple years ago. In a preseason game? I know we played Essendon a couple times in preseason. We may have. I don't know. I might have forgotten about that game. And he's kicked the goal. So the Suns... I think this is going to not show Gold Coast's graphic, though, because of the OBS reset. Yeah, it doesn't, but don't worry, I'll fix that. Yeah. Fuck you, OBS. Who said he was a $1.5 million player, mate? Which one was the one that I made recently? Leo Lombard. Where was he picked? Was he picked like he was a top 6 pick, wasn't he? In the 2025 draft or 2024, sorry. G'day, Daniel. Kicking over 40 goals in the season as well. Took Miller, here come the Suns again. They go to right half forward. Races on near the boundary. Last disposal comes to play. Lombard will get it. Just shouldn't be doing this on the stream. So Joel Jeffrey really thrived under the coaching of Damien Hardwick last year. You struggled to find where he might find a place, but here I am doing it. Nice graphics. Take that. Take it more than most when they compliment the graphics. Anyone that compliments the graphics, I'll thank. I'll leave it there. It's not actually going to look that good. I had it like, because you'd probably understand this a little bit. With OBS, it's really annoying. You can't click the right layer that you want. It's not like Photoshop where it's a lot easier. It's actually really annoying. Hold up, this is going to be really loud. Hold up. We'll fix that. Yeah, sorry, I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, well now I can enjoy the rest of the game here. It's 6-6 here at People's First. I've changed the score card around the actual score to just pure white. I think it's probably cleaner. There doesn't need to be so much going on. Greetings, Jesse. No, he's acting like an NPC tonight for some reason. Pretty sure David Swallow and Sexton have been named. Well, I'll keep my eye out for them if they actually end up playing. And, oh, Owens almost. Nice tackle, McRae. Zeke Hewlin goes. He's had like 4 bloody touches already. And Wilkie's going to clean that one up. He should. The new captain. Should handball it off. Taru's been busy. I saw on the AFL app of it. Yeah, no, I saw that. It doesn't make heaps of sense. It's because they're in the VFL list, and for some reason they're requiring players. I'm like, how? They've got a 33-man team. Why do they need them to be contributing? They're not even in the team. Oh, bullshit. How could you get Mac Andrew high? He's one of the tallest players in the league. It's about as bullshit as when in AFL Evo 2 you'd have one of the really short plays tackle like Max Gorn high. It's like well, for starters, they'll never be on the same footy field, but that'll never happen if that ended up happening in the first place. It's a 4v2. Oh, 2 plays went for the same footy there. Shit, man. Shit. Silvani's not looking good at all. He's just on the floor by himself there. He's holding something. Oh, no way that happens in the first 15 minutes. We'll have to figure out what's going on there. The Saints are probably going to counter-attack with a goal. Philippou should handle it over the top. He goes for the snap. He's kicked the goal. Nice finish. But right now, I'm concerned about Silvani. I don't know what happened, but he's maybe he just got a hard hit. I don't know. Might not be too serious. I don't think we've seen a very serious injury yet this pre-season during the games. Fox Footy should use that scoreboard. My one or the average KO one? That was a good goal from Philippou Sammy. Although he probably shouldn't have dropped it, but that's okay. Nice finish. And hopefully he doesn't have a bad season injury-wise. Because he's one of our most talented prospects in the team. I don't think anything's wrong with Silvani. So go stuff yourself, whoever was taking the piss of it in the chat. Because I would have assumed that they would have put a little bit more of an emphasis on the injury if that was the case. Not a single word on it. I just saw him down on the floor for a few seconds. I'm like, mate, what the hell? How is that KO scoreboard so... It's just very basic and plain, isn't it? I guess it's all you need for a match sim game, but it's not very good. I don't actually see Silvani, though, on the field. Close, he's going to go lateral. Caleb Graham. A lot of these plays, not going to lie, I'm not too worried about. Looks like... It does actually look like something you would make. It looks quite similar to something you'd make. No offense. Looks like a Bay Area Breakdown style graphic. Because you don't really include many like overlay shadows and glossy effects or anything like that. It's more like just plain colours. Where's Silvani? I don't see Silvani. Are they not allowed to report injuries? Or am I just blind? Good tackle. Travalia. I thought Travalia was in the bloody VFL team. I saw... Surely he's not playing 2 games in 2 days. I'm going to learn all that this NBA off season. Yeah, it's not as big of a worry as you think, but it's certainly it'll enhance the quality of those graphics for sure, and it'll make the streams even better to watch. As look at that, I think that was Jed Walter that gets to that. The difference is one of us is a 1K channel, and the other is $1 million company. Well, they're only going to use them for like 1 set of games, so it's not that big of a worry. Walter goes around the body, and I don't know if he's kicked that. I can't tell because this so-called $1 million company has screwed that angle up. Couldn't even see. More than $1 million company though, Blake. I'll tell you that for a fact. There'll be a $1 billion company in a few years with the price hikes that we've fucking seen with KO. I'm basically putting more games behind a paywall. You have no other option but to get KO. Ryan goes to Taru. Richmond Essendon. I don't know when Richmond and Essendon are on. I'll probably stream the later game. Why do we keep kicking it out in the full? It's like the third, probably the fourth actually, to be honest. 10:30 in the morning. It's probably better if I streamed a later game, to be honest. Maybe Adelaide v Port. I'd rather watch Adelaide and Port than Richmond Essendon. I think that'll be a junk game. 10:30 morning at the hangar. It's so shit. You're probably going to go to that though, aren't you, Sammy? That sounds like a Sammy GFC thing to do. Travel 3 hours out of town to go to a match sim game at 10:30 in the morning, and I can't tell who that was. Was that Ethan Reed? No, it wasn't. I don't think that looks like Ethan Reed. Who was that? Oh, it's Ned Moyle. That's right. That's Ned Moyle. He gets the goal. Suns up by a goal. I fucked it up, actually, the scores there. I don't know why I clicked that button. I get 2 goals for the price of 1. I have class at the hangar, so I don't know if the teacher's going to let me watch it. What, at the same time as the game? What's your thing that you're doing again with Essendon? How can I become a mod? Probably not going to be giving mods, to be honest, but I normally give them to those I can trust that are quite active in the chat. I don't typically give them to people I don't really know very well. That's a high tackle. 9 in the morning. How do you get there then from where you live? That's like a 6:30 a.m. wake up at least. Ben Long. How's Ben Long become like an all-Australian caliber small forward just about? Essendon Education Account. So what do you actually learn there? Like what's the guide? Like what's actually going on a normal day? Like what are you going to do tomorrow? On a typical day. That's going to be a free kick against. Please stream the Richmond game. I won't be streaming the Richmond game. I'll be streaming maybe the showdown though. That's it. That has to be ball. Wait, I've actually, never mind. I have screwed the scores up. It is 2 goals, 1, not 3 goals straight. I only just realised. Marketing and other... Right, I find it really interesting that it's done through Essendon and it's actually held in the Essendon headquarters. Be pretty cool though to be around the plays and the facilities. Do you get any added benefits from it, like as a member or anything like that? You only go on Thursday, Friday. It's still cool to have that going for you though. Better than playing Xbox till 7 in the morning, and probably fixes your sleep as well. Gives you something to look forward to, I guess, on a weekly basis. Is that a goal? No. So Gold Coast have had a bit of the play in the last 5 minutes. So they've certainly had more of it.
I did hear a rumour that the umpires may be given the stats again for the Brownlow count for season 2026. It's not confirmed yet, but I believe the AFL may be releasing something.
I'm happy with how Carlton, my second team, smashed Brazil. Your second team? No, don't speak to me, mate. I know even if they're not your main team, you shouldn't use the term second team. Got to get rid of that from your vocabulary, mate. Added the benefits is a wristy from 2 metre Peter. Yeah, did the players like shaft you every Friday night? What happened there? Who was that? That was Bailey Humphrey. Bailey Humphrey from 45 out just takes the piss. It's a bit early for that, mate. Do it in the real season, you wanker. Well, he doesn't have a second team that he goes for, but the fact that he mentions the second team, it makes people think that he goes for 2 teams. My belief is that he's probably got like a grandfather or like family member that goes for Carlton or something. Wednesdays we have a thing called Footy Dev, and that's with Dustin Fletcher. Should do like show people what it's like behind the scenes of one of those little events on like a TikTok or something. It's a low effort, high. What actually? Yeah, what's the time looking like for this? Because it's 20-minute plus time on. Or have they decided to just do 30 minutes? I'm not sure what it's going to be. But you could be like, yeah, show what it's like behind the scenes. It's like, you know, low risk, high reward. His logo is Geelong Cat. I know he's a Geelong fan. Unless he's not a Geelong fan and he just likes the Geelong logo. Maybe that's his third team. Oh, Silvani's back on the field. What actually happened then? Did you just take a little bit of a knock? Good mark. Banfield. He's going to be an exciting little look into how he goes this year if he gets much game time, but he's going to be exciting. Goes down the line. Max Hall. Oh, you got to be cleaner than that. Was that Philippou? It is probably really slippery, to be honest. When's it not? When's it not Dewey in Gold Coast? And why would you not mark that? Look at that. Davies fists at 5 metres. That actually should be a free kick against. That should be a free kick to us. If you kick it right,
occasion, the umpires could have
And
deemed it either way.
it just unluckily bounces over the line. That's a free kick against, but that's not.
Plays it down. Closey. Now Humphrey. Humphrey tries to
So if I needed a break, I reckon. He's only been on for 7 minutes. What's he done to deserve a break? Inside 50 to Koning. Liam Ryan. Oh, it's very fucking slippery there. It's going to be a free kick. No, it isn't. Free kick back to the Saints. We've got to get back, but I think... Yeah, it's going to be stopped, thankfully. Well, it's not last disposal. Like, that's not a punch isn't a disposal, though. But I think it should count as a disposal for the rule. So if you fist it over the line, I almost feel like it should be a free kick against. Maybe it shouldn't. I don't know, but I almost feel like it should, especially if you're under no pressure. That should be considered still deliberate. So 25:08. I still don't know if this is going to be a 30-minute game or if it is going to be regular time. It says regular time on the website. Flanders has been busy. Wilkie drops it. Davies, long, bit of a scrubby kick. Oh, it's Petrarca. Will he find it? He does. He kicks it backwards. And Closey marks. Thought Petrarca would have gone for home there, but he went back. He thought may as well just go find a target. W stream, if you said this, you're my favourite streamer. Well, you clearly don't respect me enough to have that belief if you're going to be just ruining the chat by spamming. What's the link to the purple app? What purple app? It's not as weird seeing Petrarca in a Suns Guernsey because I feel like Petrarca, he wears red. He wears a bit of red and Melbourne colours anyways. So it's not as similar as opposed to maybe him wearing like a Collingwood Guernsey or something like that. Does the team thing. Yeah, Petrarca did the team thing there, but they didn't make it pay for him. They didn't make it count. Well, I say they, it was the one player there, Closey. Yeah, I think we've got to just do more link-up chains, just handball chains maybe, instead of like kick marks, because it's like half the players aren't able to mark the footy without it slipping through their hands. Now I don't know what's going on here. They did this in the game at Brisbane Carlton. So they make the decision without any video replay or any real evidence, 15 seconds after the initial decision of just having a throw-in. And we get screwed over for that. And that's going to be... Actually, no, that won't be a free kick. That's a throw-in because it didn't happen They happen outside the arcs. G'day, Coast Club. Reminder, Cardi said Saints will finish 4th. Yeah, I did say that in the early predictions, didn't I? And I still stand by that to an extent, because it could be one of those years where it's just like, oh, Skilda going to be that team to really have that rise. But yes, the more I've been looking at it, the more I've coming to like it more. I originally said the poppies I like more, but maybe that's actually not true anymore for me. Most people are a really big fan. That's going to sell well. Like, I'm sure Sammy will probably buy it if he hasn't already pre-ordered it. Here we go, Philippou. That's a free kick. Right, okay, so the siren's already. Must have been just a regular 20-minute quarter plus time on. Not too many stoppages and all that. I guess there are less. There'll be more time saved with the new rules put in place, but we trail by 9 points at quarter time. So far, decent start. Just a slippery footy to get a grasp on a few skill areas. Some poor kicks out in the full, but I liked the Koning start. You know, Naz provided bits early on. Taru's been busy. Flanders as well, getting lots of the footy. Before they announced it, I thought it was a gather end. Yeah, I'll have to save some money and put some money aside for some St Kilda Guernsey releases, because hopefully we have a new hopefully we actually have a really good unique Indigenous design, because we're pretty good with those. I've never owned an Indigenous Guernsey, so I think I should you know, actually go out and get one. Why does it not say 21? Why does it not say 21? This is the problem. I don't know how I'm going to actually fix the score here. How did it not set to 21 if it says 3 goals 3? That's awesome. Sardal Hooley's gotten you those Anzac Day kits. Is it the this year kits? He's already sorted you out? Mate, that's if that's not a flex, I don't know what is. I'm gonna have to just reset the scores for the Suns and just start it again. I wish that Don's jumper was a port jumper, as that's something I'd actually... Hopefully teams don't just... Well, I don't mind using a bit of inspiration, but don't just use that and just completely rip it off. What's that doing? Is it doing anything, that? No. If he wasn't going to suss it out for me, I would have just messaged Isaac. Did you have to message him about it, or did he just was just like, nah, I'll reach out. I'll be the legend. There we go. That'll fix it. 112 people watching, not bad for a preseason game. If you haven't, hit the like button, and let's get to 56.3k if you're a Saints fan, or if you're a non-Saints fan and you want to get your footy fix this year. Well, this is the channel for it. Weekly streams, weekly video, and I say weekly videos. I've actually got quite a lot of videos released over the next couple of weeks, which is weird because I've only released like 3 this year so far. It's sort of been like, well, let's just do nothing and just ramp it when it's getting close. Yeah, so you clearly must be pretty close with him if he's just willing to sort you out like that. I wonder how many people he's doing that with. Jumping in during the break, but I'm liking the TDK Marshall combo already. Yeah, it worked well. Marshall scored the opener, and that's probably the only bit of game forward time action that we've saw from Marshall. But he converted with a goal, so yeah, TDK's looking good, winning the tap outs and to advantage as well. I like to look at that midfield though, that the centre bounce at the start of the game. TDK, Philippou, Flanders, and Naz. And Naz straight away was real exciting when he took away. He's from Alternate next to me, and they're yeah. You said that. I think you said that in another stream, didn't you? I didn't realise how close. Clearly, very close with him. What team, if any team in the AFL, would rip off that Anzac Day design? What like where would there be closest resemblance be to another team? I'll show you guys if you guys haven't already seen it. Obviously, I believe most of you guys have, but we had a look at it on the last stream. But here's the Guernsey, and there's a pretty nice story behind it as well. If you want to give that a read. The Gatherand, by the way, Pies and Dockers looks in. Have they released a Gatherand already? I thought they'd do that a little bit later. Actually, no, not all the time. Most of the time they release it a few weeks before, as opposed to... what do you mean by Gatherand Collingwood Guernsey? I don't think they'll ever... Think about it, Collingwood aren't the sort of team to roll out unique and different enough designs. They're all really the same. Even these Indigenous Guernseys, like, I'm sure there's some really spiritual meaning behind it, but I think it looks pretty fucking boring, honestly. Will he ever throw any glass bottles at Cart? Yeah, maybe that's a thing that they do in the area. He might have to ask OG Bummer. What do you mean by Fremantle and... I was going to say, I didn't see anything about new Freo. Like, there are concepts, right, that are being made by some design accounts. Like, this one's pretty freaking cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. This is relatively unique enough to be considered unique without it being a complete rip-off. Because I think some... Well, not rip-off, but like just basically the same design. I think this is a similar design, but I don't think it's ever been used before. So it's kind of like a based concept where it's been a bit of a huge inspiration from, I think, a Guernsey they used in the early 2000s with the 3 colours.
Petrarca just finding his feet out there, a couple of handy touches, setting up a goal late in that first turn. Tom DeConey's doing well on the ruck for the Saints. Looks like he's found his place okay. Liam Ryan sort of floating up the ground.
All right, we got the same 4 in the middle.
Settled back in the forward 50. We might see that a little bit later on in this game.
I love how DeConing follows up with the efforts from the ruck. He goes for the ruck hit out. Even if he doesn't win it, he goes and follows up again and gets the tackle. It's good to see. Now my KO is looking like it's running at Macca's Wi-Fi quality. Like, what is going on here? I was just praising it earlier about it and actually not being too bad with the service, but it's now gotten a bit shit. Marshall. Sharman, he's definitely got enough space between him and Andrew. Yes, nice. Higgins marks. Is it just jumpy for me or is it for everyone else? Anyone else on KO? This is fucking shit. It's really jumpy. It's kind of like what it's like when I hit my Stream Deck button and it just jumps to... He missed from 10 meters out. Why does he do that? I don't even know if he kicked it around the corner, if he went for a drop punt. He probably kicked around the corner, knowing him. Did he kick that around the corner? That's really disappointing. We can't just be doing that again in 2026, just making rushed effort kicks like that. Like, you just go back and take your kick normally. Higgins tries to do something miraculous. No. Disappointed with that. What are your thoughts on AFL adding wildcard round? I think I talked about it in my chat with Cardi, the last one I did on my second channel, but it'll probably be okay. It probably won't be I think it still should be waited. Wait till there's... I can't speak because of how shit the quality is. I'm not gonna lie. I might have to restart it. Hold on, I'm gonna restart this whole not the PlayStation, but just the app. It's really, really glitchy. Just open up a random app, open up YouTube. Really, really glitchy. It's unwatchable. Yeah, no, I don't think it's that bad, although I think it's just very sudden that they rolled it in. I think they should have waited till Tassie came into the AFL, because you don't want more sides making the finals and not. It feels kind of like it is a bit rewarding mediocrity in a way, but it'll be more exciting at the end of the year because more sides are going to feel like they have a chance. But it shouldn't be counted as a finals game, but they're counting as a finals game for some reason. It should be its own separate thing. All right, I've got the game back on, and it's still a little bit jumpy. Is it happening to you as well, Zay? Really? Is it doing the whole jumpy garbage? It's not even like it's running at like 2 frames a second. It's running smoothly and then it jumps every like 2 seconds and it's really pissing me off. Far out. Gold Coast, look at that run. Oh, thankfully, Soccer saves the day. No, that's Winhager. That's a good sign to see Winhager outbody a key forward like Ugle-Hagan. Mate, this is so crap. Why is it happening for St Kilda all of a sudden? It's like, yeah, fine for the games that don't matter as much. I'm going to check to see if it's happening with on my laptop to know if it... Oh, it is. Mate, it's happening with everyone. This is absolutely abhorrent. This is shit. This is so fucking shit. Yeah, that was like how my streams were in 20 2019. Not, I don't think they were 2020 quality.
I was going to say there's not one person sitting on the far side of the ground.
But yeah, it just kept freezing. Like the bit rate just couldn't hold. There's just a buffer every second or two.
There's no one here, champs.
How can it be this bad? Or what's the signal like down in Gold Coast? How can it be this bad?
Everyone's sort of in one spot, makes it easy for the cleaning team to clean.
If stuff like this happens, like they should almost give everyone a full month free or like a refund or some crap, because they can't be serious if this is anything. Oh, not bad actually there from Wilkie. Yeah, if this is anything for the future of streaming in 2026, then we could be in some trouble here with the games. And I'm getting a phone call from Scotty the Hottie. What's he want? Should I answer? I don't think I've spoken to him since like October last year. What's Scotty? What's up?
Hi, Carl, man. How are you?
I'm good.
I
I'm alright.
I can't believe I'm calling you.
Just wanted to make your presence on the stream known. How have you been? Have you been watching? Have you been watching the stream / the game?
I've been busy because I've got so many people now with fans. I've got 20,000 fans now.
Have you got 20,000 followers now? You've definitely got more than me. Although it's now going to start to be my time on TikTok. So just watch that follower count start falling for you and rising for me. But good work, 20k. That's a big achievement.
I'm going to the Saints Collingwood game.
Yeah, well, that's going to be a huge game. That's going to be massive.
Yes.
Biggest game we'll ever play.
I hate Collingwood. I want Saints to beat them.
Good. Well, you are the second. Your second team, St Kilda, from what I can tell. What's going on with my cricket? Could I give me a sec? Could I like ring you back at halftime?
Oh, who's winning anyway?
Well, I don't know because something's happened to KO and I can't actually see what's on the screen. So I'm just going to try to fix that.
No, call me back when you're free.
Yeah, if you want a half time, that's not a bad idea. I'll talk in a sec. All right, see you, mate. See you, Scotty. I had to do that because something happened to the broadcast. I've not. Fuck's sake! I missed a goal. Cheers, Scotty. No, I can't even blame Scotty for that. Something happened to my KO. It said reached like an error, and I had to restart it. I want to see the replay if they're going to show a replay. Well, let's just at least get a goal song going. There we go. I'm watching on Fox and it keeps freezing frames like every 5 seconds. I'm going to ring my dad to see if it's the same thing for him. Imagine this was round 1. Carlton Richmond or something like that. Because for everyone that I've been hearing, it's shit for everyone. Because it might, I don't know if it's just KO, it might be Fox as well. Geordie reckons it's Fox as well. We apologise for the poor quality for. So it's a thing for everyone, clearly. Why won't you answer, mate? Surely he's not that invested. It's hard to be invested. Oh, that's not good enough. We apologise. You're only saying that because you probably feel like you're really in the mud now. You're really fucked. You've screwed up. You know what sucks as well? I never even got to see how Hall kicked that goal. Ryan, you'd hope no one takes like mark of the pre-season or does an absolutely unbelievable play here because it's going to be ruined by the broadcast. What year did you use Dilnug's Adobe? That was when that lag was shit ass. I used Dilnug's Adobe in 2020. Lag with what? With the streams? Was it like was it really this bad? I thought it was only this bad in 2019 and a few other ones that like sprinkled in between. I don't want this to be the main focus of the whole goddamn night. How bad the quality is. After I told you what, I was giving it some decent praise beforehand. Darcy Wilson. I can barely tell. Was that a picture sequence or was that a bloody video? Oh my god! Now it's happening to me now, and now I'm getting the same issue. I use 7. You don't use 7 for this, mate. Better not be like this for other games. Yeah, it has to be it cannot be a reoccurring problem. If it's a reoccurring problem, I think the whole footy world will be furious. I think everyone, because it will probably be the same for NRL if it's happening. But I don't think it is. I think it's probably some local issue wherever they are based. I don't know the full extent to the problem, obviously, but I'm just guessing. They'll fix it up by... Well, they better not have this for the whole game. I'll be bitterly pissed off. It's unwatchable. Well, at least I know it's not my internet or my laptop. The VFL are streaming on ABC this season. I'm gonna actually call my sister because she's probably gonna answer the phone. I'll ask him through that because I want to know what he has to say on it, if he can actually notice it. Maybe he thinks the internet's really shit. Lucas, cheers for the rookie member, mate.
Hello?
Are you with Dad? Can you ask him if he's getting the same shit quality on KO as well?
Oh, Mum. Yeah, we are. The quality's bad.
Can you just
Yeah, but Mum's trying to get it up on the other TV.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just making sure that you are also experiencing the same problem.
Yeah,
Can you get Dad to speak a few words? Just I want to hear what he has to think of the service at the moment.
Are you on live or something?
Yeah, I just want to hear what he has to say.
Dad. Patrick wants to know. Can you pause it for a second? I'll mute it. Patrick wants your opinions on the bad quality.
The what?
Just ask him.
I'm asking you your thoughts and opinions on how the quality is on KO right now.
Pile of shit, isn't it?
So everyone's experiencing it. They're all complaining.
Yeah, I checked too. Well, it's got a message on the screen, so it's definitely not the internet.
The message on the screen's actually making it more distracting. Yeah, I know it's not the internet. I wanted to know.
It's a pile. Yeah, it's a pile of pus. Isn't it?
Pile of pus. Absolute
Pile of
shit.
pus.
And people expect to pay $30 a month for this. All right. Anyways, enjoy whatever you can get from the game because you're probably not going to get a lot. Probably not going to get a lot right now. They've got that screen. It's probably not needed anymore. I think we understand it sucks. They don't need to put the apology. It's a very meaningless apology. Gold Coast, stop giving behinds. To be honest, you're buffering a bit. The only time I, for some reason, buffer is when I, at times, alter the scores here. Like, it might buffer when I do this. But it shouldn't be doing that, though. Wise words from Ben. Yeah, not really giving him much. I think it was probably pretty certain before I even got to him that he was experiencing the same issues as everyone else. Anyways, I guess let's remove our minds from it and focus more about the actual game. It is quite low scoring. I think someone said it before. It probably has part of a reason due to the dew. Really slippery out there, it looks like. Imagine this is the quality of the grand final. Well, I always think that, like, when I'm watching, like, live sport or anything, like, I couldn't, because I run into lag so often that it's like, well, I know they're multi-million-dollar corporations that have a whole team behind them to prevent stuff like that from happening, but what's stopping a little power cut or something really bad from this actually being a reality in, like for Channel 7 or Fox Footy for like an entire quarter or a whole game? What if they can't fix it? Because I've had issues where I haven't been able to fix lag on my stream. I know it's just my laptop, but at the moment that's what's happening. It's probably worse for streaming services as well. I forgot that, like a Pacolino, whatever his name is, that American guy might be watching this going, this is shit. Absolutely garbage. Maybe he's this is going to turn him off AFL forever. Does any other sport in the world have this bad broadcasting? Well, I'm sure it's not the only instance of something like this happening, but this isn't the norm. Obviously, this isn't the norm, but it's bad. It's pissing me off. That's what it's doing. Hopefully, halftime it gets fixed. That's probably what I'm hoping for. And now there's like nothing on the screen. Is it just me, or is there just nothing, no signal now at all? We apologise for the temporary break. Piss off! I wait 5.5 months to watch the Saints play again, and this is what we get. Piss fucking right off. Watch me miss another goal. This is so crap. Jesus Christ. How garbage is this? Oh, we get an ad break. Oh, to make it any better, we get an ad break. What? Did I just call someone? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I think this is the first time I've got an ad break during the middle of a game, for no goals, nothing like that, for just during the middle of the game. Mate, the people at KM must be absolutely shitting themselves. So like, just we've got to fix this as soon as we possibly can. They're probably frantically panicking. Thankfully, it's a Gold Coast and KILDA matchroom game for them, but still, it's bad. I wonder what people on Twitter are saying, if anyone even cares enough. We're back. Thankfully, nothing happened. And the commentary team goes, wow, that was probably the best patch to play the Saints have ever done there. From Nasai Wangney Miller, takes 7 bounces, runs to an open goal, but it was run too far. We missed that. Yeah, I actually do wonder how many people cancel their subscription in the last 10 minutes. I'm sure there would have been some people. So, yeah, thank you. Ad breaks are over, and now we're seeing the Suns with a shot on goal here, Petrarca. Well, I figured, I mean, they probably play the ads because at that rate, what else are they going to be playing? They may as well make a bit of extra money from all the people that are going to cancel the subscription. Taking a while to line up here. Petrarca. Not very... He's not the best... he's never been the best player when it comes to set shot goal kicking, Petrarca. I don't know why it's doing that. Every time I click this button... Yeah, it's very dewy. So how much can you really take out of this game? There's not much you can take out of it due to the conditions. But like, we're in the game at least. That's good. We don't look, and we don't. It's not like we're in the game, but we look like very second rate. We don't. Look at this. This isn't second rate. Oh, silky smooth there from Naz, and I don't think that's going to be not going to be a mark. See, look at that. Normally Rioli would gobble that up, but because of the dew, I know it was pressure there from McRae at the end, which gets the free kick, I think. Very good tackle. His tackling today has been, I think the tackling pressure has been very positive for the Saints. Marshall! Or was that Owens? It was Owens, but he got a good piece of that, and he kicks the goal, and the Saints are back in front. We're back in front. And why are we getting another bit of lag there? You know what? I might alter the bit. Can I alter the bitrate live? Let's alter the bitrate to 4,000. Hopefully it doesn't. Any frame drops by me doing that? Maybe. That's the only practice game that's been played at a professional AFL ground too, yet it's the only one having a... That's a good point. Yeah, the other games have been played at like local training grounds for if anything. So yeah, that's even worse. Well, we're in the lead at least. Petrarca, really garbage kick that was inside 50, but I guess it just works enough. Very hard for players to get the pick up on the footy there. Well done, Winhager. Good link up. Banfield, drop mark again, Higgins. Higgins has been pretty disappointing so far. A lot of skill errors. Turnover, Owen. Give it off. Give it off. Not there. Actually, that's okay. Winhager, that's not going through. That is so far wayward, it's not even funny. It does feel like my stream's a little bit shit, actually, to be honest. I'm going to go check on YouTube on my phone. It does feel like a little bit choppy. Or maybe it's not actually that bad. Maybe it's just worse on my screen. It just looks worse on OBS. There's Winhager again. Been busy this half. Got, must be a free kick or something. What happened? High tackle there. Promoted to the leadership group in 2026. Set for a huge year in the midfield. Winhager, come on. Nah. Probably slipped out of his hands there. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that when I change the scores. It's pissing me off. I know they fixed the quality, but it's still not good enough, to be honest. Especially when they're charging that much for their services as well. What's up with the KO scoreboard? Surprised the Suns player didn't get to that. Rush behind there. Is it gonna... No, it's not gonna glitch. What does it mean by match simulation? Are these not preseason games? Well, they don't want to call it a preseason game because this isn't sanctioned by the AFL. But this is a pretty much like a real game in a way, the way the game's been played in terms of like the time lengths and the rules and all that. Nothing's any different to the main season, which is the same for preseason. But a lot of the match sim games are altered a little bit. Has Jamara had a kick in the second quarter? Mate, Jamara will be a bust for the Suns. He's already proven to be a bust in this game. Oh, someone flew there. Boxall. Oh, no one really to go to. Although in saying that, he could have probably hit a better target. But that's okay. We got to throw in. Have you been keeping up with the badminton under 16s? Have you been keeping up with the badminton under 16s? Because if you have, then I mean, I should be. But if you haven't, then fuck, who's going to be keeping up with them? It seems to be a school at the ground, and you can see behind the goals there's like a group of maybe 50 to 100 students in like blue shirts. I'm in the UK. Wish I could bet on these. What channel is this on? Mate, give it one more week and you can bet on preseason games again. Got to fix that gambling fuel and your addiction. Good work, Winhager. And it's going to be another behind. It is on Fox. It is on Fox, but Fox is well, Fox. You wouldn't have Fox Footy though on in England unless you've got like a. I don't know how you'd be able to watch Fox Footy in England, to be honest. Can you get a Foxtel subscription over there? I don't think it'll work. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to watch these sort of games on free-to-air TV overseas, let alone here. Tell you what, this hasn't been the prettiest game. I think it's probably been the worst quality game of the 3 that I've watched. Just mainly purely through the skills. Carlton were really impressive last night with their skills after quarter time. Why are we're not really finding the plays that we should be? We're going a little bit too long. And we're not favouring anyone. Speaking of betting, the Hobart Cup start maker was 37 minutes short, and I think I know you know how much the end momentum matters in racing. The Hobart? How could they make that mistake? That's a pretty significant mistake to make. 37 meters short. J35 with the $8. Thank you for that, mate. That contributes to my K subscription in a way. Who in the KOHQ thought it was a good idea to hire Stevie Wonder as a cameraman?
Who in the KOHQ thought it was a good idea to hire Stevie Wonder as the cameraman?
What have they got? Genuinely, have they got the intern out for this? And do they only get the intern out for these match sim games without any support of anyone who actually knows what they're doing? Because half the time you can't actually see what you're meant to be seeing. They don't know how to bloody control the system. Good stuff, Ryan. Oh, it's fucking I'm going to put it down to the Jew, and still a bit of a. It probably needs just that match skill wise. They're just not match ready fully. I'm going to put it down to that because there's been a lot of skill areas in this game. You can pirate channels. Oh, gladly, I don't know much about all that. 25-29. Top 4, the Saints are according to... We're beating current projected top 4 side, so it's looking okay. I mean, what are you trying to tell me? What's your point trying to make? What point are you trying to make? Why are we playing Ryan closer to the defense in the forward line? This still isn't as bad as Essendon v Gold Coast round in terms of what? Yeah, not pretty viewing for most people if they decide to tune into this. Hopefully this isn't an indication of what the Gold Coast Geelong game is going to be in 2 weeks. If this is the skill quality, hopefully the players have got a little bit more prepared and just got a little bit more ready. How's Track playing? He's been involved in a few scoring chains. He missed one where he should have kicked it, and he passed one off as well to a player that should have kicked it. So probably should have been involved in a few more goals. Closey. Long. Fuck. Save that for the real season, mate. Kicked it from bloody midair there. Trying to go for the high flying mark, and then he goes for the... Probably should have kicked that in all fairness, but it's not easy. No, the Saints I don't think are making T4. I'd say 5% of the pundits have the Saints in that spot if they even do. Rioli inside 50. To literally no one. I wonder what the kicking inside 50 stats are for both sides. Probably 20%. We started all right actually in terms of the goal kicking and just efficiency in front of goals, but it's been a really dour last 30 minutes to be honest. This quarter has been probably couldn't have been any shitter for a lot of reasons, and that's the quarter. What a lackluster quarter for a lot of reasons, but we do lead it, I guess, by 3 points. So you get the positives with the negatives. I'll call Scotty in a bit. I'm not sure what he actually wants from me though. I don't know what he actually was asking originally. I had to cut him off early because of the broadcast, which has now gone into an ad break again. Shouldn't be ad breaks. We should be getting like some coverage to counter that garbage second quarter. Not much coverage and analysis to do though. Are there any injuries? No, thankfully. No one has an injury yet. Preseason doesn't exactly show how a team... No. That's why you can't read too much into preseason games, but still. My stream is lagging. I don't think it's lagging though, because I checked on YouTube. It's fine. It's only when I'm updating the scores. I don't know why. Unless I like have to like restart my Stream Deck or something. I don't think it's the Stream Deck's fault. Just trying to do a lot when I click that button. No, it is lagging. No, the game is. No, it's not lagging. It can't be lagging if I haven't dropped any frames. Unless like the is it out of sync maybe? Do you still need my spare? Yeah, well I assume you still had it, so yeah. Can you send tickets yet, or do you have to scan them into the gates? Or do you not have them yet in your wallet? 20 shots and 55 points combined. Probably more like 30 shots on goal. I reckon half the like a lot of these shots on goal haven't even made the distance or just gone out in the full. All right, what does Scotty want? Let me give him a ring again. Sammy Flan is probably the most underrated of the four. And I reckon he's leading our disposal getters. Actually, maybe Winhager is, to be honest. But he'd be close up there. I'm going to see what he wants. Even if it's just chat, like I'll take a chat.
Has been forwarded to voicemail.
No, he's a busy man. I'll have a look after I can. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna like a lot of people are offering me lifts there. Like a few people have offered me lifts to go, but I'm like, well, I could just drive myself as well. Because ultimately, it probably is easier if I just drive there myself as opposed to having to take the train to a spot to get it picked up and all that stuff. We're calling him Ned. Yeah, well, we can do that when the season starts. When I'm at Marvel Stadium in front of Old 29, I'm sure there'll be a chant involving that. What's happened, Sarah? Oh, really? Fuck me. Well, there goes the broadcast. It lasted a half. For those that don't know, apparently my stream's been taken over by hijacked by this Telstra ad, and it plays randomly, and I can't do anything about it. And I'm not even kidding when I say I can't do anything about it. I've tried everything. I've even like literally had to completely reset Windows. Not for that, but I've literally reset Windows, and it's still doing it. Shit. Anyone got any talking points from that first half? It was a bit of a difficult first half to actually watch with the quality that KO had on offer, but hopefully it's fixed for the second half. I wonder what actually happened. It's weird that it's happening only on official AFL venues, but not the ones at like Brighton Homes and all that. It could even be nostalgic in 1 year, to be honest, for ASIC Brothers. Well, we can gather that it's a little bit boring. I think it's been boring even for myself. Just sloppy conditions for both. So it's not even just like St Kilda. I think it's both sides. You mix that with the conditions and the fact that it is February. That's probably what you're going to get. But hopefully it gets a little bit better in the second half. That would be nice. But 4 goals. We kicked 2 goals. We actually had quite a few more scoring shots that quarter. But it'd be good if you could like see all the goal scorers, because I couldn't even see that Max Hall goal on the third goal because of the KO that just had an error. So I had to restart it and I missed a goal. Of course, like we only got to see a handful of goals, all half, and the 2 minutes I couldn't watch the game. Thankfully, there wasn't anything that happened whilst there was that big interruption with those ads. They have all impressed. Well, yeah, Boxshaw's another player I haven't really talked about. Flan is just getting in and under. I think McRae's tackling pressure as well. Winhager will be unbelievable this year. He'll take his game to the next level. I like that call, because he already took his game in a way to the next level in 2025, but we know he's still got a lot to go. And he could be a player that, you know, if who are those players that are going to take the next step? That could be all Australian caliber players, because we need probably 8 players that can be all Australia caliber to be a contending premiership side. He's one of them, I reckon. And maybe he'll elevate and lift his game up as he's now like in the leadership group. That might help him even more. Who knows? My thoughts on the first half. Yeah, imagine it was still going. I reckon if it was still going by this point, if I wasn't who I was when it comes to footy, I'd consider genuinely calling up and going, mate, we want a refund for this shit. Because a lot of people would have probably paid for the K subscription heading into this new year, as footy starting to approach and all that. They probably, a lot of people probably cancelled it over the summer and be reconsidering their purchases. Who do you think will win next week, Carlton or Geelong? There's no point in asking me who do I think. Like, genuinely, ask me who I think will win between Collingwood and St Kilda. Well, you actually don't bother, because you'll get an answer that I think we all know what it's going to be. But why don't you ask me who I think is going to win between Carlton and Richmond? Because that game means more, right? I mean, Carlton Geelong. If Carlton win by 80 points, it doesn't mean shit for them. They could still start the AFL season 0-5. How do you check when the games are? Yeah, it's hard to check on the AFL website, isn't it? They don't really give you a lot, but there are articles. You just got to just spend a little bit longer just to try and find them by putting in the right words. If you just look up AFL match simulations, though, it shouldn't be that difficult to find. I think it's like the first website. Yeah, the full schedule. I've probably been on this page like 7 times in the last 2 streams, but these are just these match simulation games. Again, they're only on KO and Fox Footy. But I am interested to see the times for tomorrow, because there are 2 games on early, and then there's a game on at 4, and then there's this game which I might actually watch it, because I'm quite interested to see how Port Adelaide and Adelaide are going to go of all these sides. To be honest, of the 8, this one I'm not going to even. I might not even have on in the background. That's how little I'll care about that game. Maybe watch a bit of Collingwood Giants. Taru looks very comfortable too. Yeah, he doesn't look shaky. He's made a few mistakes, and he's actually been good with the footy with his ball use. How could I forget Owen's mark? Yeah, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it? When no one could actually take a grab to save their life. I reckon they'll be better. I reckon they'll better the Cat. I don't know what you mean by that. I know it's only preseason, but Carlton played really well last night, and our players are showing some great. Yeah, your recruits. Maybe you guys ultimately won the trail. I say that as Kerno kicked 4 last match sim game, but it's probably a win for both parties. Who impressed you the most, Nick? You can take your piss, mate. It's a good time to take a piss. Just type AFL match sim schedule on Google. Should I put the link in for anyone that wants to have a look at them themselves? There's really not much more than it. It's just the preseason. What do these links actually give? Oh yeah, because these are actually proper preseason games, so you can get stats for it. But if you wanted to see stats for the last games, I think it's Keeper League Pod. I think you can get stats for the previous match sim games. Like Brisbane Carlton might be out now. Philippa needs to have a good run without injury. He's still got a lot of upside. He's a player that I think in a couple of years' time, if he just keeps his body fit, just keeps working harder, he could be that player that in that midfield could be, I don't know, like a who's like he's compared to Bontempelli, right? But like he does remind me a bit of like Brendan Goddard a little bit, to be honest. Which is a weird comparison, you could argue, but just what like the his height and his power with his kicks and all that, and just the way he moves around. I'm trying to find if there's like a little article that or like a little thing where I can see that the stats for the match sim game between Brisbane and Carlton, because I think I saw something the other day, but I don't know where I found it. It might have been on Instagram. I'm still going to the Goldie. Nice, mate. Should have gone tonight for this game. Not like it really matters. I just wanted to see how certain players went. For example, like a Jagger Smith. I think it's on Instagram somewhere, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to leave it. Google sometimes doesn't give me the shit I need. What's this in reference to? Sorry, I might have missed a previous comment that you put in chat. What's going on, Music Edits? Thanks for the comment. When will I be coming to the Gold Coast? I haven't announced any dates or times. I haven't made a whole, tour around the country with dates and times lined up, but I probably won't go this year, to be honest, actually, to Gold. Why would I have any reason to go to Gold Coast this year unless we like maybe verse them later in the season in a final? I've already been to Gold Coast enough. And I wouldn't want to go just for like a game and then go back home. I wouldn't mind staying there for a little bit longer. I'm happy with Jagger Smith after coming back from ACL and had an impact on the. Yeah, that's 13 and a goal in the first half. Fuck. And he's one of the few players in your side that actually knows how to use the ball. Yeah, Ainsworth was everywhere. Liam Ryan will be hoping for some better ball movement towards him also. They keep putting it right in his head. Yeah. Do they expect him to go for the mark of the year contenders every single time? Like, I know he's capable, but like, just give him a break. It is fucking February. Give him more of a chance than that. I think, like, I was actually going to say before the game, I could have seen him kick 3 or 4 goals. He's that player that can do that when no one else can, but maybe the second half we'll see a little bit more from him. I think he'll kick a goal in the second half if the game can open up a little bit and he can find a little bit more space so they actually kick it towards his advantage. Also, Byrne coming on in the last quarter, kicking those 3. I thought it was just the 2 goals he kicked, but even if it was like, regardless, yeah, he was awesome. Basically won you the game in the end. Hopefully, DeConing gets better in the second half. I'm happy with his start. I'm happy with his attack on the footy. His follow-up work and his second efforts. His kicking's been alright. We haven't really seen him too much with his kicking, but maybe a few more taps to advantage in the second half would be good. Tigers are going to be good side this year. Although they're not going to be that good, I don't think. But they can still have a good year without being a good side for the sake of their development. Why do they keep showing the exact same match? Well, they're showing Collingwood Hawthorn right now. I don't know why they're showing this shit when they should just be showing... I don't know, unless they're not allowed to, but why wouldn't they just show highlights from the game that we just watched? Or have they not got that ready yet? Like, I'd prefer to see highlights of Tom DeConing in the ruck, Winhager running through the ground. Jack McRae applying his tackling pressure, shit like that, and the Max Hall goal apparently that I didn't get to watch. Then a game where Mitchell kicked. Well, I think this is where he broke the disposal record, but I don't really know why they're showing this game. Why are they showing this game? They don't have highlights. They haven't got the highlights ready because it probably there isn't anyone there to actually prepare the highlights that would normally be the case for a real game. Because there's no there's no analysis for this either. There's no pre-game coverage. There's no post-game coverage. That's why it's just literally just a match sim. So you probably come to expect that. It's just a bit annoying. Yeah, I would have as well, Nick, for sure. Have Saints been looking all right? Yeah, I mean, I'm all right with it so far. Again, no injuries, but I'd like to see a little bit more in the second half. A little bit more link-up play and better kick inside 50 because we're not really giving forwards much of an advantage. But for both sides, it's been sloppy. If you've been watching, every half they showed 2023 grand finalists, Sydney Giants final in the top match. Yeah, and there's one other game. I think there was one other game, but I can't remember. But you're right. Now that I think about it, both teams I reckon have a great shot this season. Hopefully, we see both of these sides in the final. Maybe they will come in face to face in a semi-final or something. That'd be great. I'll definitely be at Gold Coast for that if that happens. How's Track and Mara? Mara, I saw nothing from him in the second quarter. He had like a couple of disposals in the first quarter, but they've been quiet. Track a little bit less actually. He's done a few good things. He's actually created a few scoring chances, but that's about it. How's Keeler and Hall going? Keeler's playing more in defense. Hall looks good. Hall is looking good. Kicked the goal. He's been clean as well with his footy. Both teams, I reckon, have a great... I reckon Pitney was decent in the ruck. No, you'd be happy with that performance, Nick, but remember, it's pre-season. Crows game's on tomorrow. I think it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, 5:30 local time. If you guys want me to stream that game, let me know, because I think that game might be one I do end up doing. Because I actually want to watch that game just to see how those sides hit it out. You missed Carlton Richmond opening game. It's still in a way the opening game. Still first game of round one in away's opening game. Not anymore the first game in Melbourne though. I forgot about that. I actually almost forgot about that meme. Yeah, he's the only player in the not player. He's the only person in his family to complete year 12 is Ugelhagen. It wasn't mentioned by every single media analyst as he was drafted. I don't know why that was something they had to mention every single time, but how can you forget that? No, Ugelhagen hasn't scored. Not many players have scored. I think the goal kickers, I'm trying to think. Humphreys kicked a really good goal actually from 40 out, so he's still got it. He's taking the piss. Ben Long, he tried to kick a miraculous goal, or somewhat tried to go for a high-flying mark and kick it out of midair, but didn't quite pull it off. So Max Hall for the Saints. Rowan Marshall early on, which is good because we want him to work as a key forward, given he's going to be playing more time there. Who else kicked the goal for the Saints? I'm trying to. I should know without having to think this much, but I guess these interruptions throughout the second quarter have sort of made it difficult to remember actually what happened. Who did kick the first goal? Wasn't it Marshall? Surely Geordie can remember. What were your thoughts on the Swans? I didn't really get to watch enough of that game to give you my thoughts, but it looked like the Swans had a lot more to give than the Dogs. It looks like the Dogs, their depth got fanned out quite a bit in that game, especially in the second quarter and the third quarter. But they got back into it, it seemed like. I think this is the second half. All right, cool. All right. Third quarter. Let's get into it. Give me a sec. Gotta get the right time. Hopefully get to see a bit more of a lengthy quarter. I feel like that's one topic that's been talked about a bit, about how long the quarters have been getting, but these quarters have been short as shit. Jeez, I almost missed another chance there. I think Max Hall was that one. Why is it doesn't feel smooth, the frame. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just leave it. Nice, Wilson. Nice, Naz. Oh, I like the intent, but... Oh, it was Owens. I think Owens was the other player. Oh, turnover, Shaman. How about that? Love the intensity to start off this third quarter from the Saints. And we lead by 10 points, so that's a good start to this second half. We'll have a look at this replay. So Mac Andrew was just a little bit too comfortable, just standing there, just waiting for the ball to come to him. And he actually had Cooper Sharman coming at him, and he made the easy turnover and kicks the goal. So well done. He's another player. If we can get another 30, 40 goals out of him in 2026, he is going to provide a lot of help, hopefully, to King when he's back. Just relieve that pressure. Saints top. We have to be top 10, at least. Not expecting us to be that, like, a top 4 side or anything like that, but you're playing the final series now. It's a lot easier for that to happen. Nice. Nice. How about that? That is bullet. Bullet pass accuracy. Naz to Higgins. And Higgins, don't do anything fucking dumb. Just go back and kick the goal. Top 6 even. Or with this footy, we're not losing a game. Naz has already had like 3 disposals in this quarter. That's what we want to see. Yeah, I do back Higgins better with a snap, but that's a good kick. Good finish. Better than the first one. We get 2 goals in quick succession, and already we take a 16-point lead. Sharman should naturally get better, becoming a third string. Yeah, he'll never be that number 1 forward. Well, he shouldn't be that number 1 forward. He probably was at times last year, but I think it'll suit his game a bit more if he is that third string forward. Key forward, that is. I think the West Coast round... Oh, the wild card... I was going to say, what's a West Coast round? Yeah, no, not too many people were happy when asked. I think if there was like a fan survey, I think like 18% were in favour of the wild card round when it was out. Petrarca, look at that. Oh, good stuff. See, the thing was DeConey, his tackling pressure has been elite. And Flanders as well. On Holman. I think you can't understate the pressure has been pretty solid. Philippou, I think he's got that. Richmond top 8. What will the odds be for Richmond to finish top 8? if you put $50 on the Tigers finishing top 8, you'd probably make $1,000, maybe even more. Winhager, nice. Actually, you'd definitely make more back than 1,000. Kicks it. You don't want to be kicking it to Andrew. Just kick it anywhere but there. Do I actually think Carlton will win the flag? Not from that one game. It was a bit of a joke when I posted that, but it got a bit of a reaction that I wanted. It was more of a TikTok sort of post than an Insta post. Oh, look at that. Flanders is getting gifts. I didn't know if it was his birthday. Oh, but that was a little bit too shallow. Oh, we'll get it back though. Gold Coast have been very scrappy, especially in the second half. Hall involved in the chain. Sharman, Wilson, give it off over the top. Philippou, oh, too slow. Philippou was that other player that I kicked the goal. How can I forget that he kicked like the second goal of the game? For us at least. I went to training last Friday and a couple of CBA's Marshall took TDK was starting on the wing. Really? So who was up forward then for us? Was Taru playing as a forward or what? Oh, speaker Taru, well done. Strong. Not the best kick, but it'll work. Winhager. Flanders, another disposal. Garcia. KILDA. They're all involved here. Not the kick that you wanted, but in fairness, where is there else to go? There's nowhere else to go. Marshall, well done. Oh, get him. Oh, Rioli tumbles over. Naz, brilliant stuff. I think it's a free kick to Gold Coast. Burns close to BOG for Gold Coast. Oh, we get the free kick. I thought it was a free kick to the Suns. Owens, I'm never confident when he's got the footy in terms of having a set shot. His set shot routine, hopefully he's worked on it over the off season. Let's see. No. But what the fuck? Like, they have to be like Stevie Wonder might be the one behind the camera. Why did I not follow the path of the ball? You couldn't even see the ball go through. You could just tell it was going to be a point when he kicked it, but it wasn't like fucking shit. That's what it was. And look at this. Gold Coast are going to make us pay. Walter. Oh, there's a player out. They should kick a goal here. But they don't. They have been terrible in front of goal. Been worse than us. 3-7 plays 6 goals 7 actually, so I've got to fix that. Oh, the first 6-7 of the AFL season. Oh, jeez. I only realised that. But I realised that before anyone else. Did you cut your hair? Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. Not that recent. Come on, Garcia. Owens gets another free. Let's see if that was actually a free kick. Oh, the follow-up there. I mean, the umpires got sucked in, didn't they? Why is Burns still on the list? I think he deserved an extension to be still on the side. But how many more years he got on his contract? Because he's got to he's probably got to show a little bit more. But he's never going to be that star player. He's just going to be like filling in when someone's unavailable, I guess. Terrible. There's one way of putting it. Owens can't kick to save his life. Ryan Burns hit to target at least. Not hard to do when you're kicking it to a player 15 metres uncontested. KILDA. Keeler's done all right, actually. Get it out. Get it through. Philippu's found it hard to pick up the ball cleanly. The camera angles in Evo too. The camera angles when they do the coin toss in AFL 23 are, and 24 and all of the new games from that AFL 23 are 10 times better than the camera angles here. Here we go. Hall. We're finding space. And we're using the ball a lot better. Although Flanders drops it. Thoughts so far? Well, I'm pleasantly surprised with the start of this third quarter, that's for sure. We should be up by more. We've had like 5 shots and like 1. How good was that? DeConey just takes out the ruck, gives it to Flanders again, and Max Hall marks it. Remember though, we always seem to perform well in preseason games historically. Better than how the preseason form looks better than how the regular season form ends up being. Although last year we did lose against Port Adelaide by 70 points, but who cares? We can forget about that. Apparently they brought out Sexton and Swallow. Oh no, they haven't. Nice. Max Hall is someone that knows how to deliver. Kicks his second. We'll lead by 23 points. Game high lead. Get rid of this gum. He's the only multiple goal scorer as well. My favourite Max, yeah. He's going to have more of an impact than the other Max, you would think. So far, that is. He just knows how to convert. Rarely misses. Rarely wastes a chance. You guys have a small forward line compared to other teams. It's quite small. We do have quite a few small forwards now, to be honest. But I think there's enough of a balance. Because you'll have Sharman there. You'll have another tall, whether it's Marshall, whether it's... I mean, I don't know if... I don't know how often TDK will be in the forward line. Probably not at all. So you probably have Owens, who's not really tall. I think he's more of a medium. But in this game, yeah, it's certainly more small than anything. Here's Naz, goes for the miracle. Sharman might mark that. No, it's staying in. Somehow it stayed in. Yeah, we've kicked another. 4 goals to nothing this quarter. Boxall this time. Thankfully, we're playing well when the services is actually, like the quality of the broadcast is actually not shit. What's the point of being a goal graphic if it's going to lag every time I use it? I have to fix that for the next stream if I can. Why do I have a crown next to my comment? You must be a top contributor. I think that's what they're there for. Top fans. You must just be a very active chatter, which is good. Thank you. Sammy's number 2. Well, it'll be either Boxall or Garcia. I reckon whoever performs more impressively in the next 2 games probably gets the spot. Kick it, Taru. Oh my god, that's very lucky. Boxall. To Marshall. Marshall moves up the ground. I want to see a bit more of that. I don't mind it. No. That's like the 6th time we kicked out in the full. You doubt your teacher's going to let me watch the Pracky Malt. Even if at worst you could always just watch it on KO. Although that'll be a bit shit, wouldn't it? You'd be at the ground and you're watching on KO. Nah, I'm not answering Scotty's call. I'm too invested in this current game. Like it's... Oh, he'll have to wait. Yeah, 100 likes. That's all right. Go, Ryan. No, they're not going to convert. Good pressure. Well, it might be what happens, Sammy. I don't know. I'm not making the rules. Oh, that should be a free kick against. Not 15. Get him, Boxall. Three goals up until halfway through the third quarter for the Suns. Nothing's working for them right now. But they have themselves to blame in front of goal. That's certainly the case. Marshall just, another time he grabs out the ruck there. Is that Weller? Misses again. 3-10. Let's see if this is going to fuck it up. Yeah. Oh, no. I wonder why they're not playing Noah Anderson. Like, you do have to consider that Anderson and Rowell aren't in the midfield, so it's definitely favouring us a lot more. But even still, though, even if they were both playing, I think we'd probably make it even. Sammy's going to be a fake fan being at the ground. Yeah, who would have seen this 4 years ago? Sammy being at like at the Essendon ground, but studying instead of actually watching the game. Or whatever he's going to be doing. Doing some form of schoolwork. Why are they just a whole bunch of... I don't know. It doesn't look great on TV though, does it? Like, fair enough, they don't want to have the top deck open, but just have the bottom deck open for anyone. They can go wherever they want. Those players have already played, so no need to play them. Yeah, but he was selected, though. So I figured he'd want to play at least a little bit. And like, a lot of these players might not even get any game time. I reckon a good chunk of them, like good 6 or 7, 7 or 8, probably aren't going to actually end up playing. I haven't seen John Noble either. Ball. Not a single person in the footy chat would have believed that 4 years ago, I know. Nice. Oh, Winhager. Actually, that works. Improvised kick there. Ryan, his first chance up in the air. Slippery ball. No one can get a good grab of it. And they're going backwards here. They're finding it difficult to move the ball forward, aren't they? And they cut. I reckon that's the... Every second disposal, Higgins again. Every second disposal, the Suns drop the mark when there's no pressure on them. It's not like there's any pressure applied to the kicker or applied to the player getting the footy. 3 goals 10. It's definitely the most inaccurate I've seen Gold Coast in quite some time. And we're going to have a shot at make it 34, which is actually going to be not only a match high lead, but the biggest lead of any game this preseason, if I'm not mistaken. But Gold Coast are fielding quite a number of their VFL tier players, but still though, we still have a few players out. Higgins goals. He kicks his second of the quarter, and it is 62-28. I think we're probably going to win this game now. It's safe to say. Oh fuck! Wrong team. Why do I keep doing that? The Suns clearly aren't trying very hard. Well, that's on them, not on us. Reset the fucking score. What? No. What? No, I didn't. Anna, I'm streaming. Just can we talk about this another time? No, I didn't. I didn't. What do you mean by take it? Like, did I use a little bit of it? Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Like 4 hours ago.
The bag was half full, now it's empty.
It can't be empty. Anna, that's bullshit. It can't be empty. I used like a little bit of it. There's no way it's empty.
Anyway, which means you have been using my friend.
I used it. That's it today, and that was it. I'm not. I'll. Well, Anna, I'm.
They've been running out really quickly, so
I can.
you have to buy me more.
I'm not buying you more because I only used it once. The fuck is wrong with it? Accusing me of doing something I never even did. Used one scoop of it today, and apparently it's empty. She likes to blame me on a lot of things. Anyways, let's go fix this scoreline for the Suns. That's gone. So we've kicked 5 goals, 3. What were the Suns at? I think they've scored maybe a couple behinds. Who the fuck's Sousy Freo fan? Telling Anna to piss off. It's like he's rooting for me. It's just an argument. Didn't even need no need for it to happen on the stream at all. She can be. I'll take it to court for that. It's slander. She is making slanderous claims. 100%. She's not buying it, but she's got no evidence that I took any more than one scoop. I had one scoop of it today, but that was all I had. She reckons that the bag's empty. She just wasn't fucking aware herself that obviously she used more than what she thought. Or maybe someone else used it. I'm probably could be a case as well. Oh, come on. Carol, mate, what are you doing? Oh, that's a mark, I think. The boundary umpire is going to pay. Is he going to pay a mark? Yes, he is. Well, I actually want to keep going. I don't want to just take it easy in the last quarter. Obviously, don't go too hard and you know, run the risk of an injury. But I don't want to like just do what we typically do when we're cruising and just decide, oh, we'll put the foot off the gas. Here we go. Higgins. Come on, Ryan. I said you'd score. It's going to go out of bounds. I thought for any side to be the poor side when it comes to skills, it'd be the Saints, because you guys should be more used to these dewy conditions in Gold Coast, but clearly not at all. And look at this. We're going to get out the back again. Ryan. Ah, fuck. Good work. It's a slight concern for Gold Coast, to be honest. Like, why is there intensity? Are you going to fix the score for Gold? Did I not? Oh, fuck's sake. Why is it 61? What the fuck? You make one mistake, you gotta like reset everything because it'll. Some players are cranky. All right, I'll update eventually. Should be a 310, I think it is. Saying 3:10:21 though. Why can't I get this to bloody work, man? Fuck. I'll just do this. Just cheat. Five and a half minutes to go. Jamara's been just about as useful as a traffic cone out there. Someone's coming off. Owens goes to a pack. It's going to go out the back. It'll be a free kick, I think. It should be advantage. It will be. Wilson. Have we got a player out? We do have a player out. Look at that. We're just absolutely owning them. And I think that's Ronnie Burns. And I don't know, you gotta make yourself worth for something. A few super goals for the Suns. That would make the whole template a little bit screwed up if I had a third one. It's good. It is good. We've kicked another. Burns kicks it, and we've kicked 6 goals. That's arguably the most positive thing about tonight. 8 goal scorers as well from 10. We're not having one person kicking 4 or 5. I think you'd prefer to have the whole team share the load. Burns for comment. So who are the multiples? We've got Hall with 2. Philippou, I think, is he kicked 2? But, like, you can't celebrate. Like, I'm not going to think we're winning the flag now after this. Because as much as the Suns haven't got their ace strength side, they're also playing like shit themselves. But maybe we're causing them to play like shit. I mean, our pressure's been very good. Almost another tackle there that results in a hole in the ball free kick. They haven't scored a goal this quarter, though. Like, I really didn't see this coming. Long ball. And it'll go over the line for another behind. 3 goals, 11. 3-11. How's Petrarca played? Well, he did more in the first half. He's been very quiet. He's had a few, like, you know, winning the ball in the middle and all that. You know, I think he's had maybe 2 or 3 center clearances, but yeah, we haven't seen a lot from Petrarca, I'll be honest. Why the fuck is it not updating the score? You know what? I'll never win with this. That should be ball. He didn't do anything to get rid of that. Lately, the clubs are taking the practice match sims seriously. Well, you should be taking them serious. I don't know why you wouldn't try. You don't have to take it, like, you don't have to give 100%, I guess, but Brisbane didn't seem like they took it fully seriously against the Blues. Not as much as the Blues took it. And that might be the case, I guess, for a lot of these sides that are either resting players or... I don't know, man, but we're just running rampant here. Wilson's going to have a chance here. Everyone's having a chance. No, it shouldn't be the last position. The commentators reckon that'll be 3/4 time in a bit. It will be, but with 6 goals that we've scored, it should be a longer quarter than 30 minutes, I reckon. He's kicked it. Yes. 7 goals. Wow, this is a training run. Far out. Well, this is like a training drill, genuinely. It feels that way. Everything's going right for us this quarter. Have you seen Silvani at all this quarter? No. So maybe that in early incidents was actually a little bit more than what we initially thought. I'm sorry for doubting the power, Ross Line. What if it ends up being like 12 goal margin? What if Gold Coast really just are like, oh, this game's not even worth it now, like at all? It's just, oh, that is it. Another short quarter, sort of short quarter, I guess, because Gold Coast didn't really contribute on the scoreboard much. But that was not the direction I was saying that. I thought it would be a bit more even than that for sure. Petrarca's there. Don't think he's had more than 8 or 9 disposals, to be honest. Have I made my... No, I haven't made my Supercoach team yet. I'll probably not even bother with that until, like, after bloody opening round, genuinely. Like, I don't need to make it so early. When I'll probably ultimately change a few things in the lead up. Have this playing as a podcast then. I haven't made my mind up whether I'll stream tomorrow. I've got other priorities before that, but if I stream, I'll stream Port Adelaide. Well, now I kind of feel like Gold Coast are going to have Sexton and Swallow out there if this is their intent. You may as well. Has Naz kicked any goals? No, but you're not really expecting him to be kicking goals, not that many goals when he's not playing the forward line. He was probably there for 5 minutes, but he had one chance at a little bit of a miracle in the third. But he set up a couple. He set up a couple goals. He set up the Higgins one. Never know. Might kick one in the last quarter. A few plays still I'd like to see on the scoreboard that haven't. DeConing maybe. Yeah, Naz. Who else? Liam Ryan, that's another player. Even Flanders. Let's get all the 4 new. Oh, I don't think a single new recruit's kicked a goal for us yet. Yeah, Flanders has been really good. Been everywhere. Time for Gold Coast for a Saints-like comeback. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest. I don't think Gold Coast have enough of a shit to give. Even if this was like 59 or 74, I still don't think they'd come back from it. No, it wouldn't make any difference. It'd probably make zero. It would make a difference if we lost this from here. Yes, that might make a little bit of a difference. That'd be pretty bad for our morale heading into the season. People are going to see this result and will be like, oh, well, now maybe Gold Coast, because they lost against St Kilda at home by 8 goals. All right, well, maybe they won't be a top 4 side. Doesn't mean that they won't be a top 4 side. They haven't really got all their stars playing. I've got probably their best 3 players out, and Rao, Anderson, and King, and Collins. So there's 4. And no, I haven't seen Noble. But still, though, they got to be doing a lot better than this. They've been poor. They've been very poor. Flanders could average over 30. I think he will average over 30, personally. Like, you'll see similar numbers to his, standout 2024 season for Gold Coast. They don't care about tonight. Well, I don't know why they should put in, like, they should care, though. They should, even if it's not as serious as maybe some other clubs are taking, they still should put in more of an effort. Right, well, last quarter, if this was the other way around, particularly with a few of the Gold Coast outs, and we were playing like the Suns, I'd be very worried. I'd be more worried than probably Gold Coast are right now. Please tell me Sauce is just rested. Hopefully he is. Not sure why he's not on the field. We've seen maybe like 10 minutes from him. Scoops is walking around right now with a 3/4 time chub. Yeah, I don't really know what he's doing right now, if he's even doing much preseason coverage, but I'm sure he'd be watching this game. He'd know it's on. But that's not a thing for me to worry about. Whenever Scoop's insufferable, normally it's because the Saints are doing well, and that's a good thing. How are we looking? Well, we kicked 7 goals in that quarter. We looked bloody scintillating. We just dominating. You know, we were scoring from turnover, we were scoring through stoppage, we were scoring through back 50 to forward 50 transition, or scoring in many ways. It was really good to watch. So I'd like to get another 3 goals. Let's get to 100 points. Because that's been our weakness for a long time, just our inability to score enough, to put on enough winning scores. Who are the Saints' best players? Well, a lot of players I'd put there. Higgins kicked 2 that quarter as well. Was that the player I forgot about? I'm not sure. I keep forgetting who's kicked how many and who hasn't, but we've had 9 different goal scorers. Higgins was one that has scored 2. I think I pointed that out, actually. I'm not sure who the other player is. It was Max Hall. Max Hall kicked a long goal from 50. So he's been part of our best. I'd throw him Darcy Wilson. He's done well. Hugh Boxall's done well. Obviously, Naz has been doing Naz things as we're into this. It's annoying. We get into the last quarter as soon as the ad break finishes. I don't get any time to prepare. Just give me like a second. For Ugle Hagen's sake, I think he needs to really show something in this last quarter, because there's a lot of expectation. Maybe not as much as I have, but I reckon there'd be quite a bit of expectation on him to actually do something, you know, as a former number 1 draft pick. I heard for the last quarter, the Suns are bringing on Rory Thompson, Charlie Dixon. Where's Gary Ablett when you need him? Although Gary Ablett, probably they need him on the field right now. Oh shit, they were talking about Silvani, but I missed it. What did they say? I think they were talking about Silvani. I might have been mistaken there. They're not chasing us with that much intent at all. It's like, oh well, if we get the ball, then just let them get the ball, I guess. That's what it seems like. It kind of feels like, in a way, they've actually just played a game 3 hours beforehand. They got cement blocks way down to their ankles. 2026 Brownlow medal probably would be Will Ashton. He might win one in his career, but I don't think yet. Like, at his best, he's extremely damaging, but I don't think he'll be consistent enough. And he's not even Brisbane's best midfielder. He's not even their 3rd best midfielder either. So nah, bit early for that, mate. All right, Jamari Ugle-Hagan. He plays. Oh, I thought he played on. Why? Oh, you dickhead! You fucking idiot! Why would you do that? And it's 50 now against, I'm not sure who it was. Someone in the Gold Coast defence. You can't see it from this angle. Wilkie will get that up the ground. Right. So he's in the rooms. So for all of this positive news from us so far in this game, that kind of balances things out a little bit. But hopefully it's not serious at all. Maybe it's just like, all right, don't risk it for the rest of the game, which is fine. And poor kick there. Made a few mistakes as Jack Carroll, to be honest. I don't know why Jamaro had to rush that at all. He had no... I mean, he didn't need to play on, but then he took too much time to make his decision, and by the time he made his decision, he fucked it up. And look at that. 3 St Kilda players on 1 goal. 4 St Kilda players on 1 Suns player. Yeah, I'm not sold on Jack Carroll either, because we've got enough options in that position, so he's going to have to fight for his spot. Hasn't done enough to prove to me that he has for round 1 or whatever, opening round. Do all State of Origin players return next week? Yeah, well, Anderson was named in this game. There might be a few players tomorrow that are playing for their respective clubs that were in the Origin. But for the St Kilda's sake, Sinclair and Hill are the 2 players who aren't available for us in this. Hasty, yeah. It's impossible for Gold Coast to find any space in their forward 50 at all. It's so congested. Oh, I should have tackled there. See, like they're just running into danger all the time. And look at this. De Koning, Ryan. Oh, a little bit too much of that. We were out there though, it looked like. Merritt not playing tomorrow. Well, I feel like a 6-day break though. Like you don't need to take a rest. You can play. You can get that extra bit of game preparation into you as Hugo Hagen gets his goal. Not through a set shot, through general play, kicks his first goal for Gold Coast. Not officially, but still, it's a good sign, I guess. So that's how it went about. He tries to fend off Wilkie there, gets the snap away, and I'm sure that'll help his confidence a little bit. Bringing this intensity will match most teams, and with Hill and Sinclair inclusion, it's looking good. If we bring this intensity, right, even if we're playing a top strength side when... Oh, Swallow! And he's moving into the middle as well. I'm not sure why he needs to move into this. He doesn't need to be in the center. I don't know why that's where he's playing, but he's on Naz. Naz should take the piss here. He gets a disposal. Oh, all right. I think it's a concussion. Why play for 6-day break for a practice game from a professional point of view, I guess. Yeah, there's probably there's less need. And it is one of these match sim games. That's the thing with match sim games. I thought this is where you get a chance to see some players that probably won't get much time in 2026, like last year. So that's probably the reason. And obviously on Monday, you weren't going to have the Geelong players playing after a 2-day break. Oh, Liam Ryan. That's lovely. Not quite as good as some of his best, but that's still pretty solid. I like that tackle pressure there, though. Going for those second efforts, trying to get the footy locked in there. He's got nowhere to go, and he's forced a turnover there. That'll be a free kick. Even though it bounced in play, it won't matter. New rules. Will you get poo in fantasy? How's he? Ryan, lovely. Oh, he kicked an early goal. He's like, I don't know what his score would be from this game. Probably like in the 50s to 60s so far. But it's good to see that he's starting in the centre bounce for most of our, when we're in the centre bounce most of the time. So that's a positive sign for that. Fantasy wise, I like the fact Hill and Sinclair Wood didn't play, so we get a chance of 2 other kids playing instead. Why is Mason Wood not playing? Any reason for that? He's missed it. Of course, we bring in players that don't know how to kick. I'm kidding though, it's just one shot. Definitely a lock in Supercoach at 157k. I didn't know it was that fucking cheap. What's 157k equivalent in fantasy though? It probably just sounds cheap because it's like Supercoach scores. Winhager again. McRae to Flanders. I reckon Flanders has probably almost had 25. And a good kick as well. And we play on there and Liam Ryan gets his goal. How good is that? Might be the best player of the day, to be honest. Listed in the injury list under calf, says Grant. I'm going to have to fix that for the next stream 100% because I can't keep having the scoreboard glitch like that. Yeah, that'll do Liam Ryan the world of good to get on the board. You're right. We have a really thin injury list though, but it says it was last updated on the 17th of December, Wednesday. So I've got no idea actually what that TBC means. I know it's obviously to be confirmed, but does that mean he's not going to be available for opening round? Who knows? I don't know. Here we go again. Flanders as well. Liam Ryan. Almost a third grab. Somehow stays in. Wilson finds a target. And Max Hall to line up for 3. He's picked up where he left off, bloody Max Hall, after a very good finish to... Yeah, after a very good finish to 2025, he's fucking going to kick his third. We should make a wild card at the very least, Lockie, to be honest. Well, I'm pretty confident this is going to go through for the goal. And it's just no worries with that one. Just too easy. He's kicked his third. 13-9-87. Could win this game by 10 goals. Why is he running off to the bench? Unless that was already pre-planned. Like I never understood why you have the players that just... I know it's matched in, but they just kicked a goal. They're in form. And they're running off to the bench. Is it 50 points now? Fuck, it's 50. Jesus Christ, it's blown out quite quickly. There's no running Gold Coast legs, though. That's the problem. Like, we had... This midfield's looking very, very nice for 2026, albeit we are playing against retired David Swallow and the likes of Alec Davies and co, so probably doesn't tell you a lot, but still, though, even though it might look better than what it will be in 2026, it's good. So we've got a Liam Ryan goal now. Who else do we need to see hit the scoreboard? I think Wilson's already scored one. But I just don't see the need. Like, are they really struggling for plays that badly? They've got others to put on their list that actually are going to be playing for them this year, Andy. But the fans love him, so I won't argue too much more. He's going the shot, Wilson. I'll be surprised if he kicks this. It's going to take his best, and that's not his best. Won't even score. What's the score this quarter? Well, you do the maths. What was it at three-quarter time? It was like 27. Might have been 28 to like 74. Who's been playing well tonight? Well, I can't really give him any Gold Coast standouts, to be honest. It's also harder to get a good read on the Suns when I'm not focused on their players, but they have been really shit. Like, Lombard just gives it straight to Naz, and Naz will find a target, and he finds Liam Ryan. And he could find there's just plenty of options, and you'll like this one, Andy, because Philippou might find his second. That was such a lazy kick there from Lombard. They were really playing like they're... like, that's something that Lockie Miller would do, genuinely. Naz was like, that's a gift. Naz going to be involved in so many score changes here. Hope we make a wild card and then spank our ass like that kid when we hit a wild card. I just don't want to make a wild card finishing 7th or 8th and then lose to the side finishing 9th or 10th the first year this whole new rule comes into place. That'll piss me off. It's why I'm kind of feeling that we should maybe even almost aim for higher than that. They're not going to play this badly in the real season, LP. If this is how their approach comes to the Gold Coast v Geelong game, then fuck. I don't know what will be going on after that. Oh, look at that. The pressure is phenomenal. Darcy Wilson enforces another turnover and will most likely lock it in given how this game's gone. I know their defense is a little thin here, the Gold Coast, but still. Quite a few Saints fans there as well. Nice. We can score better this year last year. We've got more avenues of goal as well, I feel. We've got more goals, like potential goal scoring mids and just more. Well, look at that. Like, no one's even competing. Oh, Taru. It'll be a free kick, lucky. Probably another 10 or so minutes left in this one. Taru. Nice. Robin Nahas at a field age tonight. What? What do you mean by that? Yeah, ideally I'd want to finish 6th, but if we're like fighting for, even if we're just fighting for a 9th or 10th spot, then I'd still be, at the end of the day, fine with that. But if we like cough up a 6th place spot in the last round, I'll be pissed off. Ryan almost. He's had a few chances. He's had a lot of chances up in the air. They're resting everyone now, Gold Coast, so we should take advantage of this and win this game by like 70 points. So just look better on the scoreboard. Higgins was 3rd, and we lead by 59 points against Gold Coast. That's something that you're not expecting to hear that much this year, but maybe in 2014 or something. Actually, they were all right in 2019. They were bottom that year. They were terrible. The only problem with all these goals is that it keeps causing the stream to lag a little bit. My first favourite Saints player was Nick Dalsano. If Petrarca isn't like currently sore, I don't see the point in resting him. May as well just have him out for the rest of the game. Unless he's currently like battling some form of soreness. What's the umpire waiting for here? Are they going to give us a free kick? Take that. Marshall in the ruck. And look at that. Naz is just winning it. He's winning it with 2 Suns players on his back. He's that good. Well, that was a little bit shit from Higgins there, actually. And the Suns are away. Are they, though? Or are they going to screw this up? Lombard goes from 55. Just unnecessary. I mean, if you're going to do that, you're going to be pretty certain you're going to make it through for a goal, but nah. Out in the full. They're resting De Koning as well. So they're actually starting to rest a few of our better players, not just the Suns. Can't get it over. It's true though. I think Silvani has come off the ground for a concussion. I can't see any information yet. They'll probably release something soon. Well, it's hard for him to do Melbourne grounds when he lives 6 hours away from Melbourne. You can only really do him in bulk when he's over here. Every now and then. That's ball under the new rule. Slipped over, doesn't matter. Oh, Ryan almost. Keep your feet though, mate. Always exciting whenever he's near the footy, which is just going to be fun to watch, isn't it? Laser Vidovic has come on for him. Clearly missed that one. Missed that reference. Laser is back. Oh, what happened? I fucking missed it because I... Here we go. Hugo Hagen's finally doing something. He kicked the goal earlier and he might set up another. Oh, I just looked up who he was. He's a former AFL St Kilda player. And I played 80 games in the 90s, so I wasn't fully aware of who he was. Now I understand the reference. It makes more sense. Yeah, I had a look now. I was very confused for a second. I'm like, should I know who this player is? Well, I'll probably look past my time, so can't be too embarrassed about that one. So what's the scoreline now? 4-12 to 14-10. We've got to get another goal. I've got to fix the scoreboard problems though there. I might watch that I know it's weird for a match sim game, but I'm considering watching that third. I might even watch this second half back again. The first half you can leave alone. I'm more than happy to leave that first half alone, especially with the problems in the second quarter on KO. They had all those interruptions, but there's Marshall. Philippou. Was that Wilson actually kicks it as well? How's he got that? We bring up the ton. You saw that Banfield kid at Gatherend a few years ago. He was wearing his dad's jumper. What Banfield kid? Yeah, there's something wrong with my Stream Deck. Gold Coast. Well, they've put the queue on the rack, haven't they? Well, they shouldn't be putting the queue on the rack. They should at least expect more from these youngsters that wouldn't get as much of a chance in a regular game. Because they got Lombard, look at that midfield. They got Lombard, Davies. It's a very different midfield to what you usually see. So we're pretty much dominating every time it comes to a centre bounce clearance or whatever. But it's still, though, it's 60 points. It's quite a lot. It goes to show the Suns' depth, though, isn't as good as a side like a Brisbane. Love false hope for you. No, I'm more than aware that it's not that significant. Not as significant as it would look like just if you looked at the scoreboard. But I probably saw more than I was expecting, so I'm happy regardless. A win would have just been a bonus, but 64-point win at the moment seems more than just a bonus. Carroll, I don't think he's going to play opening round. He has been pretty shaky, yeah. Let's get 1 or 2 more goals. Come on. Well, that was Not a very good kick there from Turu. Yeah, it looks like even our players are just sort of slowing things down now, isn't it? Ugelhagen might be going at 0%. Who would be the BOG, actually? Probably Flanders, like the commentators picked up. Maybe Maxi Hall. Nice, Turu. The Suns are all... Yeah, this is what you'd expect to see, like... In the early years of Gold Coast, these sort of performances with all these youngsters just not knowing where they are on the field. Making so many... Just avoidable mistakes. Flanders score prediction. Jeez, you want me to predict fantasy scores? Because they will roll out the stats at some stage. I might even do it tonight. I don't know how quick they are with them. I'm going to say like over 100 though, 110. Who do Gold Coast have next week? I think they've got Brisbane. It's still good to see that the players are like showing the intent. Like Owens didn't need to do that, but he still went with it. Hall will create a turnover. Nice. Flanders again. So yeah, probably I'm going to say 110. Hits targets better than his Jeep then on the field. He's a lazy player, isn't he, to be honest? Sench did I don't know if he did the Sydney v Bulldogs game, but he did Brisbane, Carlton and Geelong Hawthorn. So I assume they're going to do all 9. So that'll be something I'll keep an eye out for. Where do you check for the stats? Well, I can't find the stats online, so it's on like Instagram. If you're on Sench Footy, would probably have the stats posted. Philippou, well done. Philippou might score actually all right in this game as well, to be honest. McRae again. Be interested to see how many disposals he ends up on. Hall, he'll find a target. Oh, that's a bit too much for Wilson, but we'll get it back. Flanders again, turns it over. Suns are running into some more problems. Personally, I probably would have preferred to see Gold Coast with all of their plays to see just to see where we really are at, because it's hard to really know with this sort of game. This will be definitely the only game that... Well, actually, it might be difficult to know because there'll be a 2-minute period of the game where we actually don't know who had the ball. If you guys weren't watching the game, for 2 minutes, KO actually stopped broadcasting the game entirely. Midway through the game, and they had to show an ad break. Hall for his 4th. 4 goals for Maxi Hall. Wow. That's brilliant. Look at the replay there. Ryan goes inside. All Gold Coast, but was that McRae? That's brilliant work. That's McRae's goal, that. That's McRae's goal. Higgins gets the pick up and great finish, Hall. 16-10, 106. Max Hall, BOG. It's hard because from what I've seen, though, he's been the most impactful player, actually, to be honest. But McRae and Flanders will be up there as well for me. I think they're my top 3 in no order. Philippou, Philippou as well. He's been solid. He's been classy. Naz has always been, you know, skillful and all that, but I don't think he's been as impactful as some of the others. And Flanders with another free kick there. Another hole in the ball tackle. I'd love to know how many disposal he ends up on, because every time I glance my eyes on the screen, he's got the footy. McRae. Garcia. Yep. Poe's definitely lifted he started well. He a little bit quiet in the middle parts of the game I saw, and then he's lifted. Winhager's probably dropped off a little bit, but who cares? What the hell? Owens is thinking he's Jeremy Howe with that. There really can't be long to go. Oh, lovely Mark Caminiti. Flanders again. Damn it. A siren goes before he takes his kick there. I'm going to give him an extra stat. Far out. What a win. 107-36. Wow, we actually scored an extra point there. All right. 107, I should say. 107-36. Flanders 125. He could actually, definitely be in that ballpark. Fuck. All right. Well, lots of positive to take out of that game. Hopefully, all is well with Jack Silvani though. But we won't take a lot out of that just because of how inexperienced the Suns side was at the end there. But they still had quite a number of players that are in their best 22 anyway. So even if they fielded their full strength squad, we would have won that game anyways, because they just didn't show that intensity. We were fucking all over them. They even played the theme song. Why wouldn't you play the theme song? You know what? I'll play the theme song. I've got it somewhere. I don't know if that's actually something you can hear though. Can you hear that? If so, I'm leaving it. I don't think you guys can hear that though, but I've got the theme song playing. I think it's playing, but because of the whole Telstra ad yeah, the Telstra ad's gonna ruin that, unfortunately. I can't play anything. I really need to fix that before the season. It's probably the most impressive performance from any game and team in this preseason so far, I have to say. I mean, look at the scoreboard, it'll speak for itself. Max Hall with 4 goals, Goldcrest with 4 goals. Would have been 100 points if we had another quarter there, to be honest. And then, what did it end up being? 71 points. Wow. I was about to say something like, what if Flanders had like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He had like a pasture player that gave him like 5 disposals. Obviously, that's unrealistic, but he could have had a couple there though still. So that, you know, he probably ended up with 35 or 40. Give us the flag. Yeah, I said something about the Blues. You know, they beat the Lions. They give them the flag, but no, screw that. Give the Saints the flag after that performance. I tell you what, we're playing Essendon in Ballarat next week. One thing I'll say is watch out Essendon. But the second thing I'll say is I wish it was a Carlton like we played last year, because we would actually get to field all our all these former Carlton players. It'll be a bit more of a challenge, because Carlton looked quite good yesterday. I'm thinking of going to that. Yeah, well, I think Geordie's got a ticket for me, so I'll be going. I mean, I've been starved from watching us play live for months. Well, I'm sure there'll be a Saints TV review or something like that, so I'll tune into that. But with everything else all covered, I think I'll jump off. But I'm pretty happy with that. No complaints ultimately. Hopefully Silvani again. I think it's just a concussion, I believe. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm happy with that. Great start to the preseason. I don't think we've started any better that I can think of in quite a while. Everyone contributed for the most part, and we look like we could be a damaging side. So I'll see you guys in the next stream, maybe tomorrow. And there'll be lots of videos coming soon as well. So keep an eye out for that as well, because content, yeah, we're heading into almost footy season mode. So for sure, there'll be a lot more coming out. All right. Cheers for watching. Thank you.